18, calculate the pH and the pOH of each of the following solutions at 25 degrees Celsius for which the substances ionize completely. And then we have letter A. So in this case, we just have to find the pH and the pOH of 0.200 molarity HCl. Now, when a substance ionizes completely, this is basically just saying that whatever substance that you have, in this case HCl, that's going to be a strong acid or a strong base. Only strong acids, strong bases, and we will see later down the road, salts can ionize completely. So memorize all of your strong acids. There are only 6 here. And HCl fits the bill. Here it is. HCl is one of the strong acids. So even if they didn't say that this substance ionizes completely, you have to know that HCl is a strong acid, and I'll put SA, strong acid. So now, the second thing that we're going to do is we have to write an equation of this ionization. Well, HCl will break down, and I just like to write 100%. That means that it's going to break down 100% into its 2 ions. And the split is between H and Cl. This would be H plus, and maybe I'll just do that here, right? H plus, and we'll say Cl minus. Right, this is going way back into Chem 1 when we learned how to break down these compounds into their ions. Now, the next thing that we're going to do is they did tell us that we had 0.200 molarity. So 0.200 molarity here, but there's not going to be any left. All of this gets transferred into H plus and Cl minus, and it's going to transfer into their mole ratios. So we have to look at those coefficients. But when we wrote this balanced equation, there was 1 HCl for every 1 H plus for every 1 Cl minus. So this number, if it's a 1 to 1 to 1, should be the same throughout the whole board. So I'll have 0.200 molarity here for the H plus, and I'll have 0.200 molarity here for the Cl minus. Now remember, we're only looking for the pH and the pOH. So I say to myself, okay, I need to know the pH and I need to know the pOH. So now these acidic and basic, acidic and basic questions, right, equations come to play. Here is acid land, right? Here is my equation that only has the acidic components. If I want to find the pH, all I have to do is take the negative log of that H plus. Do we now know what the H plus concentration is? Yes, we do. This is it. 0.2 molarity, right? 0.200 molarity. I don't care about this, and I don't care about this. This is the only thing I care about. So I'm going to use this information to find out the pH. So pH equals the negative log of that H plus concentration, which we now know was 0.200. So pH equals negative log of 0.2, basically. And since we have a total of 3 sig figs here, the way that the pH sig figs work is that you need to have 3 sig figs after the decimal. But in this case, there's no number in front, so this would just be 0.699. Whoa. Super, super, super acidic. Nuts. So pH, check. Now we just have to find the pOH. And by the way, there are no units for pH and there are no units for pOH, they're just numbers. So now I just run through all of these other ones to see which one am I going to use. But over here, pH plus pOH equals 14, right? We can use other equations, that's totally fine. But this one would be the easiest. I know the pH value already. I just found it. 14 is a standard value, and I could just find out the pOH. The only catch here is that you can only use this equation if you're at 25 degrees Celsius. So since we're at 25 degrees Celsius, we can use this equation. If you're not at 25 degrees Celsius and they give you a random kW value, this goes out the window. So we're just going to say pH plus pOH equals 14. And in essence, if we just want to solve for pOH, right, pOH, and maybe I'll just highlight that in blue, pOH equals 14 minus the pH. So that's all we got to do. pOH equals 14 minus 0.699. And let's see what that gives us. pOH equals, drum roll please, 14 minus 0.699. And I get 13.301. And there we go. No units, and we're done. Since the pH is so low, that's how you know it's acidic. So acidic. You don't want to get this stuff on your hands. Yeah. Anyway, that's a good way. That's a good way to end the problem. Anyway, I hope you guys learned some things, and I hope this video helped you out. Just make sure to memorize these equations because chances are they won't be given on a quiz or test. So you probably have to memorize them. I will see you all in later lessons. I hope you guys have a great day. Bye-bye.